But my question is, because this is a networking podcast, right? And we are all about encouraging people to connect with others. And we fully believe that it's through connection with others that you really unlock your greatest potential. So I wanted to ask you, what were some of the things that some of the networking things that you noticed that made me stand out in a room full of 25 other people to you?
Yeah, I mean, from the very first day I met you, I have some core values. I'm open, I'm curious, I'm aware, I'm collaborative, I'm a lifelong learner. And I think within 10 minutes of that first networking meeting that I met you at, I thought, that's a kid that's got his stuff together, man. He's someone that I want to get to know, and because I believe in a very short period, and of course I've gotten to know you a lot better since that day,
right,
that you do share all those core values, and that you're driven by very similar things that I am, but just your presence, your abundance mentality. I could sniff out a scarcity mentality from anywhere, and it was very, very obvious to me that you shared an abundance mentality, giver's gain, to steal the BNI phrase, or to borrow it, I should say. And it became very clear to me. And, I had the iRacing thing at home, and you immediately offered to come help me, and you didn't have to do that. And you didn't have to spend your time away from your family. And, so I just truly believe in giver's gain, truly believe in give back. And if you give, you shall receive, and if you don't, you did the right thing, and it doesn't matter. But you just exuded all of the traits that I look for, and it became very clear to me I want to get close to that guy because I'm going to go places with him. So,
yeah. So for those of you who don't know, Jeff and I are in the same networking group. Funny enough, Jeff, this looks going to be episode number 8. We haven't actually mentioned the 3-letter acronym BNI in this yet, but we're in the same BNI group, York Chapter 1, the infamous York Chapter 1. We are well known and becoming more well known each and every day. But I just want to say something maybe like in return for you. I was actually told, hey, this guy's coming to the BNI group. And I remember the person who told me was super excited, right? Like she set the stage for you to show up. And so after I got a chance to meet with you and talk with you, dude, I have to say that I reciprocated the same things. Like, and what it goes back to, I think we actually talked to another guest, name was Josh Hall. Okay. Talks about your vibe attracts your tribe. Yeah. And with us being very like-minded, right? We value the same things. I think that like our vibe was attracting each other to like, hey, we can refer to each other. We can do business together. We have the same mentality towards business and life and like with our core values. So very cool, dude. I just wanted to kind of jump out and do that right away, because a lot of times when I heard that, I was like, there's nothing really special about me, right? I show up, I have my empowered shirt on, but I just think there's things that we don't recognize. I even told my wife this last night. I said, I can't remember one thing special, right? I did my 30-second commercial, did this or that. And I really think it comes down to that vibe. People can pick up on your vibe. Oh, yeah. And it just connects you with other people. Dave, you got any thoughts on that?
Oh man, I got so many, but I'll just leave it to one. That appreciate your humility, Danny. Anyone who knows you knows that you're a tremendous individual, wants to get to know you more. That was true for me all the way back when we first met, and it doesn't surprise me at all that Jeff is saying that. But I will say this also, Jeff, hearing what you're saying and just these values that are coming out. Our very first guest that we had on our podcast was Aaron Anderson. And something that Aaron said on that episode was that he really teaches his kids to teach their hearts what to love early on. And as I'm listening to you, I can tell like this is something that you kind of got trained up in, something in your life kind of taught you to look for these values, which is just phenomenal.